for closing my eyes. Too soon, missed the road, old magpie, it just passed me through. Oh, and oh, when it gets you down, when you get that notion, any way you walk around, anywhere that you are going, if you ever wanna come back, you know my arms are always open. What's up, guys? Today we're learning Haley by Big Thief. It's a great tune, super fun to play. I will say that it's pretty difficult, so don't expect to get it down in just an hour. You're gonna have to learn a lot of different patterns and stuff. We're gonna be in drop tuning, so every string is gonna be down a half step. So for you guys out there using guitar tuning, just pluck the string, turn it down into this -10 on each string. So in my adventure to find out how to play this song, I ran into lots of stuff. There's tabs online, but they're not accurate, and there's not a lot of recordings of them playing it live. But what I did find was one recording of them playing it live on a street corner in black and white for some reason. And they're using a capo on the 3rd fret in standard tuning. So it doesn't sound like the recording, but you can see what she's doing with her fingers, and so I really paid attention to that and gleaned info from that, and then I took what I can hear from the real recording. And so we're going to be playing what she plays, but in this drop tuning, and it's going to sound pretty much like the recording. So yeah, I'm super excited, and let's get into it. Okay, so the actual structure of the song is not very complicated. It's just verse and chorus. So this is the beginning of the song, which is also the beginning of the verse, really slowly. Okay, cool. Let's dissect that. So we start with our ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, and we pluck it with our thumb. Okay, the rest of the strings are open, and we're gonna pluck 3rd, 4th. So, boom. Okay, then we're gonna pluck 2nd string open, and then 4th again. So, okay, then we're gonna put our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string, pluck it, and then pluck the 4th, and then we're gonna pluck the 3rd and pluck the 4th. So, okay, practice that. All we're using is our pointer and thumb. Now we're gonna slide our middle finger up to the 3rd fret and pluck 2nd string, 4th string, and then 3rd string, 4th string. Okay, then you're gonna pluck 3rd string, 4th string again to add another pause. So the melody of that 2nd string should be. So there's a longer pause between this and this than there is between this and this. So that extra 3rd, 4th is making that pause happen. So now we're gonna slide our ring finger down to the 5th fret of the 2nd string, and we're gonna pluck 2nd string, 4th string, 3rd string, and then now we're gonna do 5th string. So it's, and we're using our middle finger to hit the 5th string. So that's the pattern we have to learn for this part of the song. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm used to this one, right? So I had to kind of rewire my brain for this new pattern. So just practice it, get used to it. We're gonna do that pattern 4 times with our ring finger on the 5th fret. Now we're gonna slide it up to the 7th, do the same thing 4 times. Cool, that's a good stopping point to stop and practice all the way up to that part. Now we're gonna move up to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and we're gonna kind of continue the pattern over here, but the first go around is a little different. Okay, so the first go around, you're gonna hit 3rd, 6th, 4th, 5th. Or no, no, sorry, 3rd, 6th, 4th, 6th. So we were down here. Okay, now we're gonna put a ring finger down on the 4th fret of that string and hit 3rd, 5th, 4th, 6th. So this is similar to what we're doing up here, but we're just sliding our whole hand down. So you hear the similarity? So we do that one variation one up here. Then we put our ring finger down and do that. And we put our pointer finger back up and do what we just did. So the pattern. So it's we alternate. Okay, so you're gonna do a total of 3 alternations up here. So on the bass note, it would sound like this. And then switch. And we're switching to the last chord in our verse. This chord is gonna be accompanied with a pretty difficult new finger picking pattern, but this pattern will apply to some other chords in the chorus, so it's good that we're learning it. The chord itself, I think it's a D. I'm not sure, I haven't seen this exact type before. But so it's pointer finger, 2nd string 5th fret, middle finger 4th string 5th fret, and then ring finger 6th string 5th fret. All right, and this is the pattern we're doing super slowly. Okay, so that's 2nd, 4th, 3rd, 6th, 2nd, 4th, 3rd, 5th, 2nd, 2nd, 4th, 3rd, 6th, 2nd, 4th, 3rd, 5th. So I'm using my ring finger to hit the 6th, my middle finger to hit the 5th, my pointer and thumb are doing the rest. So I suggest you sit here and practice that one. The number of times you're going to do that pattern is going to depend on whether you're continuing on to another verse or you're going to do a chorus. So if you're continuing to another verse, you're going to do the pattern 6 total times. So this is 1, okay? Okay, that's 1. So you're going to do that 6 times and then move on to the verse. So I'll do that for you just so you can see what it sounds like. And then you would restart up here. Okay, now if we're going into a chorus, you're only going to do it 4 times. So this is what it sounds like doing it 4 times. Okay, great. Now I'm going to move on and teach you the chorus. Okay, so after you do that D-type chord 4 times, we're going to slide all the way down to the 10th fret, put our pinky on the 6th string, put our pointer finger on the 8th fret of the 5th string, put our ring finger on the 4th string, 10th fret. Okay? And we're going to use our ring, pointer, and thumb in arpeggiate. Okay? By arpeggiate, I mean it's not going to fit nicely in our little time signature. So it's not going to be like we're going to do 4 of these and switch. It's going to be like 5.5 and switch. I encourage you to just use your own natural judgment of timing for knowing when to switch, because counting 5.5 is just, it's not going to work. And I'm not even sure if it's 5.5. It's something like that. Then we switch. Okay, so what do we switch to? This is a bar chord, so we have to get our pointer finger across all of the strings on the 8th fret. Okay, and we have a ring and pinky on the 10th fret, 2nd and 3rd strings, and then our middle finger on the 4th string, 9th fret. So what chord is this, you're asking me? Well, this right here is a B. This is a B flat, also known as C sharp. And when you put the fingers in this position, it takes whatever the bass note is and makes it a major chord. So B flat major or C sharp major. All right. Glad I could enlighten you there. So The finger picking pattern for this is going to be used again. So it's similar to the one we did up here. But let me do it super slowly for you and then explain it. Okay, so we're hitting top string, then we're hitting third and fifth at the same time, pinching them together. So that's with our thumb and middle. Then we're plucking second, fourth, third, sixth. Okay, using the correct fingers. Now we're going to do that same thing with the fifth. So it's so you repeat second, fourth, third, and then you go fifth. Then I want you to do third and fourth again. Okay, so putting it all together. Oh, sorry. I'm really bad at demonstrating for this one. My fingers hurt. But hopefully you got that. Now we're going to slide up to the 5th fret and bar all these strings. Take our ring and pinky on the 7th fret, 3rd and 4th strings, and that's it. That's the whole chord. This one you're going to do the exact same pattern. So together. Boom, up here. Okay, so hopefully we made it out of that little trench down here, and we slide all the way up to an E minor shape, which is ring finger or middle finger on the 2nd string 2nd fret, ring finger 3rd string 2nd fret. Now we're going to remember that old pattern we learned before, which was, remember that? We're going to do it very similar up here, but we're going to hit the top string first. So it's top, 4th, 3rd, 5th. Okay, got that? So you're going to do that one time with the E minor. Then we're going to spread out our fingers to a new chord. We're going to put our middle finger, 2nd fret 1st string, ring finger, 2nd fret 4th string, and do the same pattern. So it's cool. Then we're going to slide these 2 fingers down. Ring finger should now be on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. Ring should be on the 4th fret of the 4th string. Okay, so all together. Anyway, walk around. Okay, and then we're gonna switch to a chord, which is C/G. Yay, sounds nice. So that's ring, 3rd fret, 1st string, pinky, 3rd fret, 2nd string, middle, 2nd fret, 3rd string, pointer finger, 5th string, 1st fret. Alright, we're going to do the same pattern that we did down here for these guys on the C. So okay, now when I'm playing it in full speed, I like to do, so instead of, I do, okay, so you're going to do one of those patterns on the C. Then we're going to switch to a G and do a little bit shorter of a pattern. So G is going to be ring finger, 1st string, 3rd fret, middle finger, 2nd string, 2nd fret. And we're going to do this. Okay, so it's thumb first, then pinch 3rd and 5th, 2nd, 4th, 3rd, 5th. Okay, cool. Then we're going to switch to a D for just one stroke or pluck. Okay, a D is going to be pointer finger, 4th string, 2nd fret, ring finger, 5th string, 3rd fret, middle finger, 6th string, 2nd fret, and that's just one pluck and then back to a C for one of those patterns. So it's okay, you kind of get that? Great. That is when the chorus loops. So we hit back to the E. So and then it goes back to the verse. And that's the whole song for you, okay? I know that's a lot. You should really be taking your time to learn each pattern individually and memorizing, get the muscle memory down. As for the structure of the song, I think she does 2 verses and then a chorus, and then maybe another verse and then another chorus, and then I think she does a verse that's no singing and then another verse that is singing, and it just ends off on a chorus and then her going like, okay. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this. I put a lot of work into this, so if I added some value to your day, please drop a like or something. Also, if you like these underground songs that the big mainstream guys won't do, please consider subscribing. I really appreciate that. And also comment any song you want me to do, because I'll take time out of my day to do it. So have a nice day.